This is a poem called Silence. Here we go. I remember now, like seeking out a needle in a haystack, sharp, small, meticulous. A small memory, a defense against pain and embarrassment. I remember now, when I was shown on how to keep to myself and bask in my own anguish, the way that my father had taught and shown me through example, not words. Silence. Can you hear it? Shh. No. A tactic that my dad used all the time when he was nervous or scared. I remember now. A single moment, a split second where this defense was needed for 5 years of my life. Shh. I remember now. I remember silence. It's funny, hilarious actually, how one day can be engraved in your mind forever. A simple 24 hours that I can still see vividly as if yesterday was today. I can still feel that stuffy, achy, overpowering cough, a cough that had clung to me for over 3 months without a trace of disappearing. I can still see the red dots that plagued my body, mysterious and unknown in origin, the worry on my parents' faces as they tried to understand on why their little boy had gone from happy to miserable. A day where I was unexpectedly diagnosed with a sickness, a plague, a malfunction even. The whitewashed walls, the smells of cleanser and vaccinations, the smells of a doctor's office. I recall walking into the lit up doorway that I had imagined as a portal, not to another world, but to another me. I remember now, that day that is forever stained in my mind, that day I was diagnosed with cancer. Silence. Do you hear it? The peevish screams and salty tears of pain, of being stabbed, jabbed, and prodded with needles that were filled with irony, of toxins that were trying to save my life. A hospital became a lab, and me the rat, an experiment that if failed would end a life. I remember now, on how I had to lose my voice and the ability to walk. I can still feel the fiery hot embarrassment of being wheeled around in a wheelchair. We're staying silent and emotionless, just like my dad would keep my feelings from boiling over. While other kids played and ran outside, I stayed silent. As my friends grew up into sports while I was held back, I stayed silent. As I covered my shameful bald head, I stayed silent. Don't you see? That was it. The key to unlocking my survival from this horrible, strange disease. Silence. Like finding hidden treasure or an old forgotten toy, I had found my savior. Silence. Do you hear it? No. I took the strength of words, of spoken ideas, and used them to live, to hold on just a little bit longer. How strange I must have seemed, a pale, bald boy who was speechless, who refused to talk on the grounds of his school, of his home, of his hospital. Being mute became a habit. Why use words when I can just stand there and hold in my emotions? I didn't need words, I didn't need friends, I didn't need anybody. All I needed was the endless void of silence. Today I look back and I shudder at the thought of these hidden memories that hide within my conscience, of the slow, almost silent S of silence. Can you hear it? No. I look back and I realize the memories are a part of me, a part that will never go away, yet I still inherit this trait, this curse, a curse of being silent when I open my mouth to speak my mind. No. Silence. When I try to use words to express my feelings. No. Silence. As I try to explain what's wrong. No. Silence. But isn't that it? My savior? My mentor? Silence? Can you hear it? No. I can. The slow, almost silent S of silence. Thank you.